Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Vegetarian Cooking with JJ. In this week's episode, I'm making an Indian carrot dessert known as Gajar Ka Halwa. It is a sweet and comforting dessert, and if you haven't tried it before, it's best described as carrot pudding, except it has more texture with the carrots and the dried fruits and toasted nuts. I'm really excited to get started on this dessert. And of course, try it in the end. So without further ado, let's head over to the kitchen and get cooking! We have washed our 4 large carrots and now we're peeling them. A fast and efficient way to grate our carrots is using the grater tool with our food processor. Feel free to hand grate the carrots. And we're using 2 cups plus a 1/3 cup of our grated carrots. Normally this recipe calls for ghee, but we're going to be using 2 tablespoons of earth balance. Melt the earth balance in your pot and then add the shredded carrots. We'll cook them up for a few minutes before adding our other ingredients. Make sure your heat is set to low. Now I'm adding in 1 cup of our non-dairy milk. Give it a nice stir. And I'm going to be using some organic coconut cream. I'm adding in 3 tablespoons. Mix it all up nicely. And I'm using 1/4 cup's worth of maple syrup. Pour in the maple syrup. Stir it up. I'm also going to be using some freshly grated ginger, 1 teaspoon. I'm mixing our ginger paste evenly into our carrot mixture. And I'm adding a 1/2 teaspoon of ground cardamom. This dessert, Gajar Ka Halwa, originated during the Mughal Empire, which was 1526 to 1858, and this is when India was under Muslim rule. So this prince, Babur, he came from what is now known today as Uzbekistan, and he was a descendant of Chinggis Khan and Timur, and he wanted to be a ruler and conqueror himself, so he targeted northern India. And at that time, they referred to it as Hindustan in Persian. Despite these difficult and tumultuous times in India, there was a silver lining, and that was the benefits of the culinary influence. There was some Persian influence on the cuisine, some Persian influence on the art, and there was a building of infrastructure, development of government, some economic benefits. As some notable structures were built during this time period, the Taj Mahal, as well as the Shah Jahan Mosque. Although one can do a deep dive on the history, I want to return to one of the things in life that makes life sweet, and it's desserts such as this beautiful Indian carrot dessert. Carrots are abundant in wintertime, when many are experiencing the winter blues, and I recommend trying this dessert warmed up to boost your mood, although you can enjoy it cold as well. Well, the traditional recipe uses ghee, dairy, and plenty of sugar. Although I've reduced the amount of sugar and there's no dairy in this recipe, it is still quite comforting, and you'll have to try it out for yourself and see. Feel free to share your experience down below. Here I have 3 tablespoons of slivered almonds and 2 tablespoons of roasted salted pistachios. I'm chopping up the pistachios. This will be the perfect amount of salt for our dessert. And I'm using some dried apricots here, which I've chopped into more manageable pieces. I'm heating a small pan, adding some grapeseed oil, heating that up, and then I'm adding in the slivered almonds. Stir them up and start to get them brown. Once the almonds start browning, add the apricots and the raisins. I'm turning off the heat now and adding in the pistachios. This will continue to cook, but we don't want to overdo it. We just want to get the flavors infused. You can see the creamy mixture has thickened up, and now we're adding a half cup's worth of our fruit and nut mixture. You can reserve the rest of it for your vegan yogurt in the morning or your oatmeal. And I'm adding 1 more tablespoon of our fruit and nut mixture. Now it's time to add our beautiful dessert to our dish. It's that time again, everyone. I get to try our delicious Gajar Ka Halwa, our Indian carrot dessert. You gotta love the combination of the creaminess from the coconut and the vegan milk, as well as a hint of saltiness from the pistachios and the perfect level of sweetness. This dessert turned out absolutely perfect in my opinion. It has a perfect level of sweetness, and the combination with the nuts and the dried fruits is just out of this world. So there you have it, everyone, another delicious recipe to add to your recipe booklets. So remember, if you like this video in any way, shape, or form, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to my channel, hit that little bell notification icon so you don't miss a single video. There's going to be a new video popping up every Monday at 8 a.m. Eastern, so you don't want to miss it. This is JJ signing off, keeping things interesting in my kitchen and in yours. Bon appetit!